Okay, y'all. Word on the street, another snitch has came forward on Lil Durk. And they're saying that Lil Durk is definitely getting life in prison, y'all. Word on the street, this is what they're saying. Yes, another snitch. How many gonna come forth and snitch on him, y'all? How many? Do y'all remember he just got the key to the city? And now he got snitch after snitch after snitch snitching on him. And we about to talk about it, okay, y'all? Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the Fair Act use is in my description box, y'all. So, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. More court filings, y'all. More court filings are being revealed, and they are explosive, y'all, okay? There are statements from a jailhouse informant, y'all, who claim an alleged hitman confessed that there was a cash bounty on a man that was taken out in 2022 in Chicago hitting, okay? And prosecutors say that the individual A behind that bounty may be the rapper himself. Lord have mercy, y'all. This poor child can't catch a break, can he? He cannot catch a break. Either he was moving reckless out here in these streets, or he just stupid, okay? He just stupid, y'all. Or he's innocent, but I don't see him as being innocent, y'all. I don't see that. I cannot say, oh, Lil Durk is innocent, and a lot of other people can't say it either, okay? He got one chance only of getting out that prison, and I think that is if he escaped, y'all. I'm just kidding. It's not funny. But y'all, it is funny in one way. This doesn't make any sense. He did all that rapping about the things that he was doing. They putting them lyrics in there and everything now. They're saying this bombshell lands on top of dirt already being held without bond on a separate federal take you out for higher charge. Meaning things are starting to stack up in a very dangerous way. This is what they're saying. Dangerous meaning him not ever seeing the light of day again unless he in the yard. Okay, y'all? Word on the street. They're saying that the incident at the center of this latest drama is 2022 demise of Stefan Mack. Okay? Who was outside the Youth Peace Center on Chicago's far south side. Okay, y'all? Prosecutors say two men, Preston Powell, aka Marley, and Anthony Montgomery Wilson, were tied to the hitting. And according to them, y'all, so both of them are snitching. This wasn't street chaos. It was a targeted hit, y'all. So the people who did it, tied to the hitting, they're snitching. Lord have mercy. Lord, po dirt. I know he in there crying. I know he is in that crying. He trying to play it off every time he get a phone call and they leak a call and all of that. He trying to act hard. Lil Durk know he in a world of trouble. Okay? They're saying Mac was rumored to have been involved in the demise of Lil Durk's older brother D-Thing, who was pop out outside a Harvey nightclub in June 2021. Chicago insiders have whispered for years that revenge was in the air, and now the feds are saying those whispers may have teeth. This is what they're saying right now, y'all. According to newly unsealed paperwork, y'all. Okay? Montgomery Wilson told a jailhouse informant that a bounty was placed on Mac's head. And the informant claims Montgomery Wilson flat out said the bounty came from individual A, meaning aka Lil Durk. Okay, y'all? In courtrooms and legal filings, individual A is the government's favorite way of referencing a person that fully intend to name later. They gonna name that person later. And prosecutors are hinting loudly that individual A is widely believed to be Lil Durk. Y'all, this is what they're saying. And they saying the prosecutors is wanting to have this evidence put in court. So, y'all, the whispers are getting louder and louder. Are they gonna have his televised too? I wonder if they're gonna have Lil Durk's televised. Cause he gonna be out here trying to front in that courtroom, but you know he gonna want to roll over and kick the float. Okay, y'all. Powell is scheduled to be tried first, and the federal prosecutors are fighting to admit Montgomery Wilson's jailhouse statements, to admit those statements into the process, even though they are technically hearsay, because they believe the alleged bounty motive is critical to the case, but they still want it in. Word on street. If the judge allows it, the narrative becomes clear. Someone powerful, connected, and angry allegedly put money on Mac's head. And the government is subtly pointing the finger right at Lil Durk, y'all. This is what they're saying. They say Lil Durk team, of course, they're going to be saying, no, it's not true. Just like, I'm just saying, Jay-Z was saying he didn't know P. Diddy. They were just business partners. He ain't know nothing about this ninja. They're going to be looking like a fool too, basically. They're denying everything, saying no. But they're saying the feds is pressing to have this put in, y'all. This is what they're saying. Lil Durk has not yet been charged for Mac's demise. But the government is already painting him as a figure with motive, money, and reach. Y'all. Okay? Durk's attorney insists that he had nothing to do with any of it, of course. They also argued that the government is relying on the word of a jailhouse snitch desperate for a deal. But even with the denials, the options are looking worse day by day, y'all. This is what they're saying. Durk is already sitting behind bars, waiting trial in a separate federal take you out for hire case. Now prosecutors are trying to link him indirectly, for now, to another demise revenge plot. This one tied to the demise of his own brother. Okay, y'all? They ain't got to King Von part yet. Because word on the street is, homeboy that snitched and told the whole thing about King Von being set up by his own people. He went down there and talked to them feds too. Word on the street. Word on the street, y'all. If the judge allows this statement in court, Durk's entire defense strategy gets a lot harder. This is what they're saying. It's over for Lil Durk if they allow this in. And they ain't did all of this research and all of this stuff for nothing. You think that they let them talk to all these people and question other people and this and that? Because he don't have one snitch. He got several snitches. And, I mean, if the informant in the jail talked to one of the people that told the business, you think somebody else in the streets that's in their inner circle haven't told somebody else something and they are matching what he said with what he said? I'm just saying, y'all. He has multiple snitches. And the only way he gonna get out that prison is he break out. And that's the honest to God truth. I don't think Lil Durk is ever coming home. So you hear that, India? You might want to start looking, trying to weigh your options on who's going to be the next boo. Because this one right here, from what they saying in the streets, he's gone. He's gone, y'all. And I said it a while back. I said Lil Durk was hanging out with the worst of the worst people in the industry. The grimiest of the grimiest. And you are the company that you keep. You are. If you hang out with people that do stuff to people, that beg, that steal, that this, that, that, this is what you're going to end up being like. If this is the crowd you like to be around. This is what you're into. That's why y'all get along. It ain't that you all trying to make this person a better person or this and that. No, you just like them. That's why y'all get along. They do stuff to people. You know what I'm saying? They many of the moochers, they this, they that. They have similar qualities. And this is why they get along with certain people. It is what it is. It is what it is. Lil Durk surrounding his whole life, his whole existence, he surrounded himself with snitches, people that did not even like him. And they were snitches. This is what he surrounded himself around. And they were waiting for the opportunity to tell on him and strike a deal for something he had them doing, probably. Or probably some stuff they were doing on their own. But they always had that extra card, which was a Lil Durk card, and they were going to use it. And they are. They are right now. It was like you couldn't tell Lil Durk anything during the time he was coming up and this and that and that and this. Everybody that was setting somebody up, he was hanging with them. If you think for 1 minute that karma is not spinning blocks on everybody that played a part in a lot of people's demise in the industry that did nothing to a lot of these people. If you think that they're going to get away with this, they're not. They're not. And, I don't know if it's true or not. I wasn't there. But, all I can say is, do I believe them or not about the situation with him and King Von? And that's a sad, sorry situation. Because he had every reason to line King Von up. King Von was surpassing him. That was one of the main things that he probably didn't like. They had that court case, against them going on and everything, and they ended up putting everything on King Von and letting him slide through that as well, because they said if King Von would have still been alive, him and Lil Durk would have went to jail. So Lil Durk escaped going to jail. King Von wasn't, taking his place if he can't take his place if he ain't here. And that's what he was doing. He was surpassing him. He allegedly introduced him to everybody, and Lil Durk is someone that, from what people are saying, are jealous. And he's not. It's a lot of people in the industry that people say this same thing about, that they don't like to be surpassed by somebody they sign. Even if that they're getting older or whatever. That's not the case with Lil Durk, because him and, King Von look like they around the same age, and they're young. But if you think about people like, Jay-Z, that didn't want people to surpass him. He was trying to compete cheatingly with his own artists. He wouldn't help support their music that was coming out, but he'll come out with music at the same time with them, and he will only support himself. They wasn't getting no push, even though that's the label that they signed with. Y'all, just so he could come out on top over their music and everything else. There's a lot of jealousy like that out here. It is. You see how all these rappers and bloggers got together in Dallas? A lot of them. Just to take out Mo3, the most talented something in the city. That says a lot about a lot of people and the jealousy that's out here. Okay, y'all. When somebody is, destined to be better, to do better things, the other people that's not because they can't, because they're too busy, starting bullshit, okay, and keeping up mess, to do something with their own self and find out what their niche is. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Instead of them go inside themselves and pull out the better person of themselves, they hate on the next person that's doing better. It's a lot of that going around. A lot. And people, I say people have too much time on their hand. When you going after somebody so hard, when you both could just go your own separate ways if you don't get along. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Lil Durk is in trouble. He's in trouble. And he's wasting a lot of money on this lawyer. I know he got a lawyer try to get somebody to round Jay-Z and them status and all of them, because they found loopholes. But how many people is going to come forward and say, I got information, I know this, I know that, I know this, before people start listening? And don't care about the lawyer that got the loopholes. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Even though they loopholes be working. Think about that for a minute. This is why I said he ain't got a chance in AGL to get up out of there. He don't. He does not at all. Unless he break up out of there. That's the only way. He got so much that's piling on him right now. It doesn't make sense. And then you got people in his inner circle telling what music that he put out during the time that something happened. And this is why he put this verse in there, because this happened. And they're explaining it down to a T when it comes to him. So, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all, but they're saying this man is going to get life. This is the post that's coming out about him. He's going to get life. Lil Durk about to get life. Another snitch comes forward. This is all you keep hearing. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. This is not Lil Durk right here. What is is this the snitch? Like, what is going on with this picture? You would have thought they would have put a Lil Durk picture up there. Oh, is they putting a snitch picture on there now? Do he got dreads like Lil Durk? I mean, just tell me, y'all. Was it just a look-alike that they threw up there? Because either that or the person that put that report up have been drinking and not thinking. Okay, y'all? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about the whole situation. Do you all think that Lil Durk is coming home ever again? Or do you all think he's going to get life? They are not. They are going through one case at a time slowly with him. Slowly. Like they're going through this whole situation with this case that he got going on now. Then they're going through this other situation, whereas with, his brother's hitter being taken out. I guess that was his hitter. I don't know. Was that even his hitter? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Now they're going through that situation. We already heard about the guy having to go to talk to the feds about King Von being set up at him. They ain't, they're working on that secretly. This guy got so many bodies that's popping up, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. He got so many popping up. So, y'all let me know, do you all think that he ever gonna get out of there? Because I really don't. I really true, unless his lawyer finds some type of loophole, which I hope that he don't. I'm tired of the loopholes. They should cut out the loopholes in, these court filings. They need to do that because, people like Jay-Z has took advantage of the loopholes. And he's gotten away with a lot of stuff with the little loophole mess. So we need to get rid of the loopholes. We do. And once they get rid of the loopholes, allow people to reopen their cases back up once those loopholes are gone. Because it's a lot of bull crap going on with these lawyers and the loopholes and the little shortcuts until get them, easing their way out of stuff and not being held accountable for the things that they're really out here doing. So, stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. This one right here is going to be a doozy. Don't his court start in January? I believe. I have to go look again. I don't keep up with them like that. But yeah, I had to throw this up because, another snitch came forward. So, I have to let y'all know what's going on. But I have to find out when the court is coming up. And if it is going to be televised, I need to see that as well. Now, it might not because I think it's federal and federal don't televise it or whatever. Because that's why allegedly Diddy's wasn't. But we shall see, y'all. We shall see. Anyway, please like, share, subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.